let's continue. I say in my commentary, to be sure. So we're talking about examining this particular perspective. So I say, to be sure, if Christianity replaces Judaism, right? We're entertaining this discussion on Judaism v. Christianity, Matthew 9:14 through 17. This is a commentary that I put together, an examination of this passage. Judaism v. Christianity is kind of the short running title, the bumper sticker title. If Christianity does in fact replace Judaism, I say, then there can be no such thing as a Messianic Jew, right? It's what David Stern will call an empty set, right? It's Messianic Judaism is no man's land. We've got Judaism on one side of the table. We've got Christianity on the other side of the table of discussion of theology, and there's nothing in the middle there. It's no man's land. It's an empty set. It's not a choice that can be made, meaning it really is the dichotomy between those two religions, and you have to choose one or the other. It's kind of a binary choice, right? It's either Judaism or Christianity. You can't have a combo version where you've got a quasi-Christian Jew and a quasi-Messianic Christian, or something like that. That's what many people would agree with. I say in this view, right, that I'm describing, wouldn't all cultural and religious yet unbelieving Jews cease to be cultural and religious Jews when they become Christians? Right? I mean, if there is no Messianic Jew, if you can't retain your Jewish lifestyle when you believe in Jesus, when you come to faith in Messiah, when you embrace Christianity as a religion, are you expected to forego and jettison and get rid of all of that cultural baggage known as Judaism? Is that all it amounts to? If that's your mindset, well, then the answer is yes, all of that has to go. That has to be tossed out. It's not compatible, right? It's easier for us, and I'm drawing my study to a close this part. It's easy for us, and we'll pick this up next week here in this paragraph. It's easy for us in these discussions to draw some comparisons between conversions of other people groups in the world and the other culture that they bring to the table. For instance, if I was born and raised in a society or a community or a culture or a people group that, say, practiced voodoo. Let's say I come from that part of the world where voodoo is very, very popular. It's practiced, and people don't think anything to be wrong with practicing voodoo. That's my kind of my heritage religion. But then suddenly I'm introduced to Jesus as the Christ, as the Messiah, and I embrace it. I believe it, right? God opens my eyes and I become a Christian. I make a decision. Question: should I still carry my belief of voodooism? What do you call that? Voodoo. Should I carry that over into Christianity? Should there be a mixing? Is there room in Christianity for voodoo beliefs? Right? I'm pausing and letting you guys think about that for a moment, but it should be an easy answer. The answer should be no. There is no room in Christianity for voodoo beliefs. Voodoo and Christianity are mutually exclusive theologies. They're opposed to one another. They're light and darkness. They are incompatible with one another. There's nothing fruitful in voodooism or voodoo religion that should enhance my Christian walk or help it flourish, help it grow, help me draw closer to God. Voodoo is a dark, poisonous religion, right? It doesn't matter if it's something that you were raised with from a child. It has to go when you become a Christian. But can we say the same thing about Judaism? Right? Is Judaism, should it be compared to voodoo? I hope you're saying no. I mean, that's really dark. But we'll continue to talk about this. I'm not trying to offend anyone in these types of discussions. It's meant to have a kind of a respectful dialogue with people who might think along these lines of practicing a Jewish lifestyle while at the same time being Christian, or being Christian and Jewish, and hopefully we'll get people thinking about the idea, well, wait a minute, if Judaism and Christianity are incompatible with one another, like many Christians kind of entertain the notion, right, if the church has replaced Israel, then what do we do with Jews who come to faith in Jesus? Should we encourage them to keep their faith, to keep their Jewish lifestyle? Or should we begin to kind of wean them off of that and bring them into a church and into a Christian lifestyle and begin to explain to them that you're a Christian now. You don't have to keep the law. You don't have to do all those things anymore. You don't have to circumcise your kids. You don't have to keep kosher. You don't have to worry about which days are Sabbaths and festivals and all that stuff, because all of that's been done away with. And so, hopefully, this discussion will continue to be meaningful without being offensive to anyone. But that'll do it now for Judaism v. Christianity.